What's going on in here?
We're having our period.
Jean, you still having a period?
The film opens up and we are viewed with a funeral taking place. And man, this gotta be the messiest funeral I don't ever seen. Let me try to break it down for y'all real quick. Okay, so in attendance is Ava and Dallas, played by Meagan Good and Cory Hardrict. We also have Ava's dad, who is the pastor, as well as Miss Linda, who is the mother of Dallas and his siblings. The funeral is for Cody, who is one of the brothers of Dallas. And during the pastor's sermon, we start to see some tension form, and that quickly escalates when the pastor says something about Cody and his siblings that the mother doesn't like.
Man, he begged the prophet, pleaded that he would send word to his brothers so that they would try to do right, so that they would not wind up where he was, in hell.
Yes.
Now, brother.
You saying my boy's in hell? You better shut your mouth up judging my boys.
In retaliation, she comes after Ava.
I dare you to say it's because of your daughter. This girl has done nothing for my boy but judge him and make his life miserable.
So the pastor comes back at her and exposes the reason behind Cody's passing.
This boy is in this casket shortly after getting out of prison because he tried to rob an elderly member of this church and she shot him dead.
Boy, I tell you, I would have been on the floor dead as a mug, just like Cody. And Miss Linda, who is furious right now, says a few words to the congregation and orders her sons to carry out Cody's casket.
Boys, get Cody. Get him!
And if you thought this was crazy, Miss Linda and Ava's mother get into a little back and forth, and Miss Linda started taking off some of her clothes, and my messy ass thought they was finna fight or something. But nah, she was giving her back the clothes that they gave her. But she don't stop there. Oh no. She tells her sons that she doesn't want the casket. Instead, she wants them to take Cody out of the casket and carry his dead body instead.
No! Not the casket. Take him out.
Yo, like, girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? Tyler Perry, man, don't do it. Don't. So after they make their grand exit, Ava goes to talk with one of her friends, Rona, and her partner, Jim. Jim offers to find Dallas and check on him since him and Dallas are friends, but Ava says that she hasn't, and this causes a little tension between Rona and Jim, but Ava settles it by telling them that she can take care of it. Ava then goes to meet her parents. She tells them that she's going to meet up with Dallas and head back to Atlanta, and her parents are obviously not fans of Dallas.
Ava, baby, where is the line? Where is it? What does that boy have to do for you to walk away?
But Ava lets them know that she can make her own choices and leaves out. She goes to Dallas's family park where they buried Cody next to some other family members.
I told you we should have buried him right here with all the other Bertrands.
You don't piss my mama off. We don't like that.
Hey yo, this man right here got some crazy eyes. I don't think I can trust him. She finds Cody out in the back. She tries to jokingly comfort him, but he ain't trying to hear none of that shit she talking. He gets aggressive with her and puts her out of the car.
What are you doing? No, I don't want to hear that right now. Better get your ass out this truck right now, or I will drag your ass up out of here now.
But Ava doesn't give up too easily. Some time passes by and Ava goes to a bar that Dallas and his friends frequent quite often. When she spots him, he is visibly drunk. She tries to get him to go with her, but he refuses, and one of his brothers tells her to wait in the car and he'll take him to her. On her way to the car, she runs into an old friend named Benji. They hug, and of course, this is the moment that Dallas and his brothers come out. And we find out that this ain't the first time that Benji and the brothers have run into each other, with the first time resulting into Benji going to the hospital.
I know damn well he learned his lesson.
No, I don't think he did. Looks like he wanted us to put his ass back in the hospital again.
And it seems like he about to make another trip to the emergency room. But luckily for him, the owner, Jack, comes out and saves him. Everyone begins to head out, but things get a little ghetto when Dallas, who is drunk as a skunk, tries to drive. Ava begs one of his brothers, Morris, to help because he seems to be the more rational thinking brother. Morris and Dallas get into a little scuffle over the keys.
You step up, you get...
Hey, no! Morris, come on!
Morris manages to get the keys for Ava to drive off and they head out. While at home, Ava notices Dallas slumped over in the bathroom, still drunk, and he says this.
She told me to do it. Kill my daddy. She told me to do it.
Shoot your daddy.
Like what? Who told you to kill your daddy? If I'm using my context clues correctly, I think he's talking about his mama. I mean, the way she ordered them to snatch up their dead brother out of that casket, I wouldn't be too surprised. It's now the next day and Ava goes to pick up her friend Rona, and just like her parents, Rona doesn't approve of her relationship with Dallas. We cut to later that night and Ava is just getting off work and Dallas reminds her that they have reservations at a restaurant with Rona and Jim. Ava tells him that she needs to shower and get dressed, much to the dismay of Dallas. So after she freshens up and puts on her clothes, she notices that Dallas is already gone. Yes, this man left her. He trifling. So Dallas shows up to the dinner and Rona and Jim are already there. Rona asks where Ava is and he flat out tells her that he left her. And Rona, who is rightfully upset, goes to call Ava, who pulls up to the restaurant shortly after. And if I'm being honest, I wouldn't have even wanted to eat. Like, the dinner is already starting off bad and the food ain't even got there yet. And now everyone's at the table and of course everything goes left.
Jim, black women ain't shit, man. When last time these women supported us? Tells your ghetto ass everything, huh? Just like she tells her mama and her daddy. Dallas, I want a divorce. We don't have no kids, so this should be easy. What? Okay? You can keep the house because your parents gave us a down payment, and I don't want to hear they motherfucking mouths, okay?
Man, I know Ava embarrassed because I know I would have been.
Do something.
Rona, girl, what he gonna do? Rona drives Ava back home, and before leaving her for the night, she leaves Ava with a note of all the things that Dallas has done to her since she met him and places it on the table. Now, I don't know if this is the smartest place to place something like this at. This man already crazy, and you don't need to get him no more ammo. We cut to the next scene and find out that Ava spent the night at her parents' house, and she confesses to them that Dallas wants a divorce.
He wants a divorce.
Some time passes by and Ava's mom finds the note that Rona left her, describing all the bad things that Dallas did to her, and she is completely heartbroken, knowing that her daughter had to endure all that from Dallas.
What did I do wrong? What did I do?
Mom, it's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Her father answers and asks why they're crying, but they don't tell him why. They decide to keep it a secret. Later on, Ava goes to the store with her dad and they run into Benji, or should I say her dad set her up.
How are you? Your daddy told me to come to the feed store at this time.
Snitch.
It's crystal clear that Benji really likes her, but she ain't too interested. We jump to after Sunday service and Ava is a little annoyed because she feels as though everyone in town knows about her divorce. She then gets even more annoyed when Benji, old thirsty ass, pops up to talk with her, but she's still ain't interested.
How much are my parents talking to you?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm not in the mood for this. Excuse me.
It's now nighttime and Ava's parents are showing her videos of her during her younger years. And we see that she really used to be a competitor and a go-getter. But once she got with Dallas, that all went away. They then show her videos of her after she got with Dallas. And one of those videos shows Miss Linda crushing their wedding.
This girl, she trifling. She gonna do what make your life miserable. You ain't never gonna be no worse.
Hey, he must got some ding-a-ling of gold to put her through all she been through and she still love him. But I do know that abused women have tons of different reasons why they stay in abusive relationships, so I'm trying to reason with Ava. We cut to Ava and her parents going to a carnival, and Ava spots none other than Benji. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a setup too. He's with his daughter that he had with his ex-wife. Ava asks him to talk, and he tells her that he's gonna find his daughter's mom so they can talk. And I already know he was ready to send his daughter to his mama quick. He probably didn't even say bye, nah. So Benji finally gets his moment with Ava, and they're talking about their past, and the conversation quickly goes to this.
I want you to make love to me.
And I for real thought Benji was gonna go for the kill, but he chose to be a gentleman instead. Nah, if it was me, I'm just playing. That was real smart of Benji, no lie. He didn't want her when she was all drunk and out of it. And I respect that. Now things start to get a little bumpy when Benji offers to give her his number and she declines because she just wants to focus on herself. And I can respect that also. Ava heads back to Atlanta after spending a week with her parents in the country and things seem to be looking good. Well, until Dallas gets a message from one of his brothers showing a picture of Ava and Benji, and you can just tell that he finna get on that bull scrappy again. And he does, because the next scene is him showing up to Ava's job and embarrassing her.
Now look here. I'm not playing this bullshit with you, Ava. You better be there tomorrow at 11. Do you want to lose your job, bitch?
Nigga, I don't give a fuck about this job. You need to get the fuck out.
You better be there, Ava. I'm not fucking with you.
Boy, bye.
Now, Ava, you need to go ahead and get that restraining order on this man, cause he don't care where you at. He ain't scared to embarrass you in front of an audience or nothing. It's not a big day, aka divorce signing day, and Ava came to handle business. She signed her papers and dipped out, and Dallas was furious because 1, he's always mad, and 2, because he feels as though Ava has been secretly dating Benji. Y'all, this man is Coco for Cocoa Puffs. So after the signing, Rona takes Ava to her place for a surprise divorce party. And guess who shows up? Benji. And I know popping up everywhere is supposed to seem like this romantic gesture in these types of films, but in real life, that's just creepy because why are you everywhere I go? But Ava is actually happy to see him, and everyone is having a good old time until Rona and Jim get news that Dallas is outside. So Jim goes to talk to him. While talking, Dallas hears music and tries to go in, but Jim stops him and tells him to drive home. And I just want to add that Rona and Jim are low-key messy, because if y'all gonna throw a party for her and y'all know this man crazy, then it would have been smart for Jim to have stayed with Dallas for the night at a bar or something to keep his mind on other things. But nah, y'all don't sit and let this man's mind start wandering and get crazier and crazier. Now he knows that y'all throwing a party for Ava, and on top of that, he drunk driving. After the party, Benji drives Ava home and she offers him to sleep in her guest room, but he declines, and you can see in her face that she was a little disappointed. But that's when Benji comes back and says that he wants to sleep in her bed, not the guest bed.
That ain't gonna work tonight. A guest room ain't gonna work. I wanna sleep with you.
You know, so they do the do and whatnot, and we cut to the next day and Benji is sleeping in bed and Ava goes downstairs, and man, tell me why Dallas in the kitchen eating cereal. He tells her that he's ready to come back home and that he's gonna go get his things out of the car, but she turns him down real quick.
You're thinking about giving me another shot.
Look, I'm willing to forgive all that shit.
You gonna give me another chance? See, that's that shit that your mama did, making you believe that you're the gift. Now get the fuck out of my house.
But you already know Dallas don't listen to nobody but his mama. He goes to head upstairs and finds Benji sleeping in bed, and they start to fight.
The fuck? Get your ass.
After Benji puts Dallas to sleep, Ava drags him out. We cut to Rona and she spots Dallas outside waiting in the car. She calls Jim to come get him, and Jim tells her about the fight that happened with Benji and Dallas. Rona then tells Ava that Dallas is outside and that she needs to get a restraining order, which I agree with fully. But Ava wanna be delusional, talking about some Benji beat him up already so he won't be coming back. Like, girl, Rona just told you this man outside. What's not clicking? We then cut to Benji heading back home to the country. He's with Ava's dad, Clarence, and the sheriff when he finds out that some of his farm animals have died from poisoning. The sheriff asks who he thinks could have done this, and the only person that comes to his mind is Dallas. He tells them about the incident that happened this morning, and Clarence leaves to go to Atlanta.
Yeah, he saw me with Ava this morning. He was in her house.
In her house? I'm going to Atlanta.
Mr. Clarence, it's all right.
On his way to Atlanta, he calls his wife and tells her all the things that's going on. She says that she's gonna call Ava, but before she can dial any numbers, Dallas pops up on her.
See, you still come to the market every Tuesday like clockwork. Hey, you told her to leave me, didn't you?
Okay, all right. So I see that you ain't gonna move, huh? That's
What you gonna play me for, a motherfucking fool? Get your ass back here.
Yo, this man is the pop-up king. Like, he ain't scared of shit. He do pop-ups in broad daylight in front of the public and don't nobody do nothing about it. We cut to Ava's dad changing her locks and putting up security cameras, even though we all know that ain't gonna do shit. But he does leave her with some guns, and I really wanna know, why is nobody calling the police? So far, the closest thing that we had to Dallas being reported is the incident with Benji's animals. Other than that, they've been letting this man terrorize them for fun. And speaking of fun, the couples are having a little get together, they're joking and whatnot, when Dallas does one of those infamous pop-ups. And it's here that we find out that Ava actually went through and got a restraining order.
She has a restraining order against you. You going to jail, because I'm calling the police.
No shit.
So kudos to her. But Dallas proves to us that he don't give no fucks about no restraining order, and Jim tries to get him out. But Dallas drops a bomb that Jim has been cheating on Rona.
Oh, honest and all. In love, right? But did you tell about Kelly? Damn. They've been fucking around for years.
Well, start that lying shit.
Dallas leaves after dropping his bomb, and Rona is mad, but she's trying to hide it. She asks Benji to take Ava home, and they leave. On their way home, Ava gets a call from her mom that her dad is going to kill Dallas because someone at the store told him that they saw Dallas put his hands on her.
Dallas! Dallas, he grabbed me at the grocery store. And I didn't tell your daddy, but somebody at the grocery store tell him, and now he done got all his guns. And they gonna kill him!
So now we see Clarence head to their trailer and he finds Dallas. But that's not all he finds. All the brothers comes out to attack him. Man, he should have just shot him when he had the chance. He did all that talking. I mean, what's the point of going over there with that big ass gun just to get shot and beat up? Now he in the hospital and the doctor say he ain't looking too good right now. And the sheriff is saying that they need a little more proof before they can arrest Dallas, and everything is just a mess right now. We then see that Ava has snuck away and took Benji's car. She calls Dallas and perfectly gaslights him into going back to their home in Atlanta.
I'm on my way home right now to make love to Benji. He makes love to me the way that you never could. He makes me feel so...
We then see Ava at home when she gets a call from Benji. During the call, we hear a window break and she hangs up the phone and we see Dallas pop up. They exchange some words before Dallas completely loses it after she says that his sex game is weak and he just starts hitting her.
Yeah, I don't think I enjoyed it much, actually. You know?
Get up. Get up.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Well, broke my fucking hand on your fucking mouth.
Ava manages to call the police and pick up one of the guns that her dad brought her. Good thing about Ava, she ain't scary like her daddy. She shot him real quick.
Shoot me.
And I respect that. The movie ends with Ava and the gang getting her father out of the hospital and they run into Dallas's brothers and his mother. Turns out another brother got shot. Not sure if the shot was deadly or not, but we ain't worried about them no ways. Hey, I'm a simple man. I see Meagan Good in the movie, I click play on the movie. Nothing more, nothing less. I know there's a million think pieces that people like to create when it comes to Tyler Perry films, but I only judge films on if it was able to catch my attention or not, and my attention was caught. But there are a couple things that I noticed about the characters. Like Ava, on the outside it seemed like she had it all. Perfect marriage, career, friends, and family. But all you had to do was talk to her for a couple minutes to know that she was deeply insecure. She held on to a lot of the horrible things that Dallas said to her and tucked it in, and it was likely the insecurities that he instilled in her that made her stay with him for so long. As for Dallas and his ratchet ass family, they clearly had some generational traumas. Dallas did state that his father used to beat his mom, which is more than likely why she sent them to kill their father. They also have bad luck. They had 2 brothers dead and 1 shot all within a few weeks. That's crazy. They need to do some healing and self-reflection with the remaining family that they do have. Rona, I like Rona. She seemed like a cool ride or die type of friend, and it was because of her that Ava got the restraining order, so she came in clutch. Benji was cool too, a little thirsty, but cool. Jim and the parents were okay, nothing too special about them. But that was my recap of Divorce in the Black. If you made it to the end of this video, I would really appreciate it if you gave me a like and subscribe. And until next time, peace.